We will discuss now about the creation of sales quotation and see how it will work. So actually for the creation of sales quotation, we don't require any main account setup, but for the creation of sales orders and all, we require the main account setup, right? So let us set up that anyway. So earlier we have set up the main accounts related to the purchase orders, creation and purchase order for product receipts and for invoicing in the item group. So there we set up the main accounts for different activities that we perform on the items. So now even for the sales order activities as well, we have to set up the accounts related to the uh, sales order activities like packing, slip posting, and the invoicing. So for that, we have to set up the item group once again. I mean, in the same item group, we have to configure the main accounts or set up the main accounts. Let's see, it will be under here, inventory management, setup inventory item groups we have. We only have one item group until this is the one. So for sales order, we did not link any main accounts. As you see, this is an empty form. But for purchase orders, we have the main accounts. We linked it so that we were able to post the purchase orders earlier. Now for sales order activities, we have to link the account. So we would copy the same from the USMF legal entity and try to add them. Let me change it to USMF. Audio. So there are cost of units delivered account. So for this, what they gave, finished goods inventory only they gave. Cost of goods sold, delivered, cost of goods, cost of units invoiced, cost of goods sold invoiced. Okay. Then revenue account. Commissions are not necessary. Deferred revenue on delivery is also not necessary. Deferred revenue offset on delivery. So let's only keep this 5 accounts, this 5, and let's see how it will work. So for that, I'll create accounts here in our legal entity. Just go to general ledger, or from here only I can create, right? Just go to view details. Cost of units delivered here. What is the nature of this account? Expense account 140,200, right? But it's not 140,200. Say 140,200. Acha. It's cost of units. It is okay. 500, 150 is fine. Let's create them as it is. So expenses in the 5 series or 4 series or 5 series. I'll create, let's see, 500, 500, 5 series. Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods delivered. Expense account. New 500, 501. cost of goods sold. This I'm giving here. Oh, sorry, I should have changed it to expense. Yes. Then for inventory received, we have an account, right? So we can use the same account for inventory purpose. I think no need to create a new account. We have two accounts already for inventory. Let me refresh this. Inventory received and inventory invoiced accounts. So inventory received and inventory invoiced. So I think we can use the same account for inventory delivery and inventory invoicing. 1800 and 1810, or you can create different accounts like inventory delivered, inventory invoiced at the time of sale. This is inventory invoiced at the time of purchase, right? Up to you. You can use any account, but at that time, at last, you have to reconcile both the accounts. That's the thing that you would do, or find the differences or adjust the differences. If they want to maintain different, you can maintain different. Like I'll show you here. Only I'll create 1800 and or I can say like 180 100 inventory delivered set account 180 101 inventory invoiced at sale. It is also an asset account since it's a inventory account. And you have sales revenue account, right? For all of them, actually you have to give this option, do not allow manual entry. The accounts that you have created. So I don't want anybody to make any automatic adjustments to these accounts until and unless it is necessary. Then what else we have created? 100 accounts. This one. Do not allow manual entry. For this one as well, I'll just give this one. And we have sales revenue account, I think already. So for that, we will use automatically as revenue. Here it is. Okay. I'll go back. Here for cost of units delivered, I'll give the inventory delivered account. So this one. For cost of goods sold delivered, for this I'll give this expense account 500 500. Cost of goods delivered, this one. Then cost of units invoiced. So for this, I'll just give this account as inventory invoiced account. Inventory invoiced at sale. And for cost of goods sold and invoiced, for this, I'll give that 500 501 account. Cost of goods sold. Then for revenue, I'll give the revenue account, which we have already. Sales revenue or business revenue, anything you can just give the sales revenue account, and I'll save it. The rest all for deferred revenues or for the commissions, it's not necessary. Think so. So I'll just create until here and see if it works or not. Okay. So this is the setup for the five main accounts that I have set up for the sales transactions in the item group. So accordingly, we'll go with the action and see if the voucher is not created. Then we'll come back and see what is missing. I think this should be sufficient for the creation of sales orders and invoices. Then I'll take you through the creation of sales quotation first. Actually, we can create a sales quotation as I told you and send it to a customer or specific customers, and then we can create a sales order out of it upon the customer agreeing the sales quotation. Let's see how that process works in Dynamics. So for creation of sales quotation, you might have to go to sales and marketing module here, so which is a previous module to accounts receivable. In sales and marketing, you have this option of sales quotations and all quotations. Sales and marketing, sales quotations, all quotations, you have the option here. You can click on all quotations. So you can create a sales quotation, click new. So you can either select a prospect or a customer. If you select customer means you are going to create this quotation for a specific customer. But if you select prospect means prospect is for a bunch of customers or for all the customers, you can create a sales quotation and release it in the market. So for that you might have to create some setup for the prospect, which is in under marketing once again. But here I'm going to create this quotation only for a specific customer, and I'm selecting that customer here as Tmart for suppose one customer account that I have. Then the site and warehouse, if necessary, you can select the site and warehouse here in the quotation. Then you can click on OK. You can select this requested receipt date, ship date and all. And you can see the expiration date of the quotation since you are creating it on 23rd of 23rd of February, and the expiration date is 22nd of February. So a system date is 23rd actually. So expiration date is 22nd of January, means it's like 1 month you have. That number of days of the campaign for this quotation, I mean this offer will be expired in 30 days. That's what it indicates. So it's 30 days offer, or how many days you should offer should will normally be there under the parameters in accounts receivable. So there you can give the campaign number of days of the campaign. So now here the quotation will expire on in 30 days if the customer will not give any response. So I'm going to create this quotation against the customer or for the customer. Should an opportunity be created? Yes. So which item you are going to sell to the customer, you can select that item. Suppose let's say we are going to sell this cricket balls. We have many of them here in the inventory. It what price you are going to sell them. So let's say suppose I can only sell a lot of 100 at a time, or I can say like 50 at a time, and 50 each. The unit price of each cricket ball I'm doing is 150. I bought all of them for 100 only mostly, so I'm selling them for 150 with a margin of 50 and profit for me. Okay, so that's how I can save this quotation. If you want to add one more product, you can add it here. Same like in the others, in the purchase order, how you have seen adding more products for with more lines, you can add it, no problem. But here I'm adding only one product, 50 quantity only I will sell. If they order 50 quantity, I'll give it at 150 and totally 7,500. So if you want any discount to be applicable, cash discount, you can add somewhere, I think in the header level. Check for the option of cash discounts, price and discount. Here you have 0.5% discount. I'll just give it as 10% cash discount if they are willing to pay it in 10 days. I'll give net 30 days to net terms of payment, and if they pay it in 10 days, they'll get 10% discount. So I'll add all these things. I can also add other details like charges and all, so that taxes and all, so that customer also would understand what how much amount I'm charging and how much amount of taxes I'm charging and all. Actually, here you have the maintain charges option, and you also have the taxes option. I don't see here this page, but you should see taxes applicable somewhere here. Yes, I can add taxes as well. So what happens is whenever you print the sales quotation, all the subtotal amount plus the tax amount plus the charges amount, everything will show up in the quotation print. So you can send that quotation and customer will understand how much you are quoting for the 50 cricket balls, or what is the charge that you are levying, and how much tax it is applicable, and then he will try to understand how much total amount he have to pay for this trade. Accordingly, he will agree the offer or may not agree the, I mean, agree the quotation or may not agree the quotation. That's how. So after creating the quotation, here also you can add charges and all. You have the option of sending the quotation. See this option, send quotation. You can send this quotation to the customer. So click on this option. Now earlier the status of the quotation is in created state, as you can see here. Now you are sending the quotation, suppose on today's date, and the expiration date of the quotation is 22nd. And this is the details that you have added. This product that you are going to select this amount. I'll click on OK. You can also print it by using the printer setup, or later also you can print it if required. So quotation is sent. One quotation is updated to status sent. See here, the status is sent. Okay. So after sending the quotation, it is the option of customer either to agree the quotation and ask you to create a sales order and send the goods, or customer have his own opinion that he don't want the goods because he's getting this same cricket balls in a lesser amount from another vendor, so he will not buy from you. You have the option of, sorry, where is this? Here in the follow up you have the option of either canceling the quotation, means if you don't want to sell it you can cancel it, or if the vendor is not accepting it you can cancel it, or you can confirm the quotation. If the, sorry, if the customer confirms the quotation saying that yes, we are good pleased with this offer, please deliver the goods, you can confirm the quotation. Or if the quotation is lost somewhere, you can use this option. Quotation lost in the sense, actually if the quotation is expired, not lost, I mean lost in the hands. Okay, lost quotation in the sense if the quotation is expired, or if the offer is expired from your side, you can click on lost quotation, so there won't be any more offer available for the customer. One is you have canceling, if you intentionally want to cancel it, or if the customer is not in the need of these goods and he wanted you to cancel it, you can cancel it. Or lost quotation means if the quotation expires after 30 days, if the quotation expires, you can click on lost quotation. Or before to that only, if you have felt that you have to make this offer expire or do not want to continue this offer, you can click on lost quotation. Or if the customer confirms that he wants this particular goods to be delivered, you can click on this confirm option. So I'm clicking on this confirm. Do you want to update the associated opportunity record? I say yes. So reason for confirmation, you can select one reason. You can create a reason actually. These reasons are in sales and marketing again. Customer need. Customer denial. So I'll keep it as customer need. So this customer sent confirmed. If you want to print confirmation, you can print. If not necessary, you can click on OK. So it's saying one quotation is updated to status confirmed. Here it is confirmed status of the quotation. Now once you confirm the quotation, I think automatically it will create sales order. Now if I go to all sales orders, you have the option here in sales and marketing, as well as you have that option accounts receivable, both areas. Let me open it here in all sales orders in sales and marketing module itself. So as you can see, it automatically created a sales order for the same customer DMart. So for sales order, we did not change the number sequence. Reliance, it is taking the auto number sequence. So the order is in open order. You can open the order first generally to check how it is created. Here it is, the sales order. This is the sales order form. You can see the item is taken here in the sales order line, 50 quantity, 150 each, total of 7,500. For the same quotation that we have created, automatically a sales order is created. And there is further process to run on the sales order, like to confirm the sales order, then deliver the goods and invoice it. Let's see how we can do that. So in order to confirm the sales order, you have to go to cell, have the confirm sales order option here. It's an open order. You can click on confirm sales order. It's not necessary that you have to confirm a sales order, but since we have to follow the process, we will follow. But for purchase order, it is always compulsory to confirm it. It's the same. Click on OK. OK. So generally this sales order is created through a quotation, but it's not necessary that you have to create a sales order always through a quotation. You can also normally create a sales order just like how we created purchase orders that we will see further. Now you can see this order is still an open order because you just, I mean, this goods has to be still delivered, right? So you don't have the status of the order actually like confirmed and all here, but you only see it as a open order now. Now after that, you will have the option of pick and pack. Here you can generate the picking list, then register it and then post the packing slip. There are 3 steps. Or you can directly post the packing slip. Post packing slip in the sense, if you post packing slip, it indicates that goods are delivered. Or I mean, if you post packing slip, just like the how you post the product receipt when you receive the goods on the purchase order side, once you deliver the goods on the sales order side, you will post the packing slip. This one, there will be an accrual entry created at the packing slip posting. Let's see that. Before that, we also have some options of generate picking list, means to pick the goods that you want to deliver and register them. Mostly all these activities are into supply chain. But anyway, let's see. Just click on post picking list, means it will pick that 50 goods that has to be sent to this particular customer. After picking them, you have this option picking list registration. Register the goods that you are going to send to the customer. For that, you have to select this one. Click on updates, click on update all. This will change here from activated to update. Completed. Okay, save. Registered now. Now you can generate the or post packing slip. This is the main step. You can skip these 2 steps also. But posting packing slip is the area where you generally deliver the goods. So you can see here 50, total of 7,500. You are going to deliver this goods now. You don't have to give any number to this, just like for the packing slip, how you are giving. So you don't have, sorry, for the product receipt, how you are giving the number, you don't have to give any number here. You can click on OK. So without printing, OK, no problem. Generally, they'll print this packing slip. They'll link it to the delivery order, and they will send it accordingly, along with the order. So now this is posted and you can see this is in delivered state. The goods are delivered on this order. After that, you can see the posted packing journal also here, packing slip journal. I think it will not post the voucher this time. We should enable a parameter for it. Let's see. It's not posted the voucher. For this, we have a parameter in the accounts receivable or sales and marketing. Let's see. In the accounts receivable, under accounts receivable parameters, updates, packing slip, yeah. Post packing slip in ledger, automatic reduction packing slip. So this option we have to enable this one, post packing slip in ledger. Since we did not enable it, it did not post the voucher for this, although it posted packing slip, but no voucher is posted here. So what I'll do is I'll cancel this packing slip and I repost it. So here I have the option of canceling and correcting, just like in the case of product receipt. So I'll cancel this one. Now it's cancelled. I'll go back to the order. Now the order status is again changed to open order since we have cancelled that delivery goods. Then again I can post a packing slip. So this time quantity I'll select picked quantity. No, that's okay. I'll select this deliver now quantity. And it's not showing all. Fine all. Okay. Click on OK. Okay. This time it should post the financial entry since we have enabled the parameter. So now it's delivered. Now let's go to packing slip journal once again here. And 1.2 is here. Which one it is? This one. Packing slip number 2. Go to vouchers. Here it is, as you can see. Inventory delivered account is credited since inventory is moving out of the company, and cost of goods delivered account is debited. The expense account is debited. Inventory delivered is credited since inventory is going out of company, and cost of goods delivered account is credited. You can see here cost of goods sold with delivered account is debited. Inventory cost of units delivered account is credited here. But the order is for 7,500. Why it is showing 5,088 here? Anybody have any idea? So it is because it would consider the cost of the materials. Actually, we have bought all those 50 materials for normally at price of 100 only. Totally, it should be 5,000. But sometimes we have also added some packing charges and all charges to those goods. So that is also combined to the inventory. And accordingly, this cost is evaluated 5,088 for the 50 cricket balls that we are going to sell now. So that cost is automatically accounted, and the total cost of that company incurred for processing those goods is like 5,088. Um, and you are selling it for 7,500. That will be the margin of profit. So that we will see further how it will be evaluated. So this is the entry during packing slip. Then let's go for the posting of invoice since the goods are delivered. So since the goods are delivered, we can generate an invoice against the customer for the same goods that we have delivered. Go to invoice, go to generate invoice. So here you can see the invoice. So here you don't have an invoice option like the but purchase order separate invoice is created. You have to give number, nothing like that. You can directly post the invoice. So here it is for 50 and 7,500 is the total amount. So then you can click on OK so that the invoice will be posted automatically. So here it is invoiced. Then you can go to the invoice journal here and check the accounting entry. So this is the invoice. Invoice number is also automatically taken from the number sequences page in the accounts receivable. We could have changed it if you would have a different invoice pattern. We'll change it anyway and then for the next invoice. So for this you can see the voucher here. So the voucher is something like this. You can see 6 lines, out of which inventory delivered and cost of goods delivered is the packing slip entry. So this is automatically getting reversed, as you can see here. Inventory delivered is being debited here. Cost of goods sold, cost of goods delivered is also getting credited here, which means this entry is getting reversed. And these 4 are the original lines, the above 2 and the below 2. The above 2, as you can see, inventory invoiced at sale is credited since you are losing the inventory from the company. It's for the same 5088. And cost of goods sold account, cost of goods sold. So this account is being debited for 5088. And you can see sales revenue, you are earning a revenue of 7500, that is credited, and accounts receivable account is debited for 7500. So customer is liable to pay you total amount of 7500, but the actual expense that you incurred for this goods is 5088 only, and the remaining amount will be a margin. The difference between your expense and the revenue amount will be the profit margin generally. So that is counted in the profit and loss account when you prepare it. But the entry will be like this. This is invoice entry. This is for the inventory movement. Inventory is credited and cost of goods sold is debited. This is for accounting the revenue. Sales revenue account is credited and accounts receivable account is debited. So this is it. I'll just note them down here. Packing slip entry. Inventory delivered will be credited, and what it is, the other one, cost of goods delivered will be debited at the time of sales order invoice. So this entry, cost of goods delivered will be credited, which means reversed. Inventory delivered will be debited. So I mean the same entry. I'll just change the color. So the same entry is getting reversed here, as you can see. Then you have separate entry for the invoice. So just take it upwards. Here you have inventory, invoiced account being credited. Above it you have of goods sold account will be debited, and along with it you have accounts receivable account will be debited, and sales revenue account will be credited. 1 second. So these are the different entries we have at the packing slip and at the invoice. So the packing slip entry will get reversed eventually at the sales order invoice. I mean at the time of invoicing, and you will get 4 different entries here as inventory invoiced and cost of goods sold will be affected, as well as the revenue account and the accounts receivable account will be affected with another amount. So that's how. In interview they will ask you this question regarding these entries. You have to tell them these entries only. So tomorrow we'll create more sales orders, as well as we will create more scenarios in the sales orders, how we can create multiple packing slips for the same sales order and invoicing. Then we also will work on the settlement of those sales orders accordingly. So that would be